No, sir.
I'm preparing the live stream now.
Yes, sir.
The mic's right there. Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and get started. We got 2 young men, so these young men gonna get a lot of pouring into today, okay?
Okay,
So I just want to start out by saying good morning,
good morning.
welcome everybody to the Life Mentoring Program.
Okay,
I'm Anthony Dover, I'm the program coordinator. I want to thank the young men and the leaders that are here today for joining us. And a special thank you to Mayor Christopher Hughes for opening up his home to us today.
yes, sir.
We appreciate you, so. If you're a young man, I encourage you to participate, ask questions, and listen. Something you hear today can help you make a better decision tomorrow. Building leaders, saving the future, invest into today, impact tomorrow. Thank you, and welcome to the Life Mentoring Program. We're gonna have open remarks by Mr. Mayor Christopher Hughes.
How's everybody doing?
Fine, sir.
Good. I'm Mayor Barry Dugan, kids know me by Coach Chris. Right. Like to know by Coach Chris, over across the street at the elementary school. And so first I want y'all to give yourself a hand for coming to the. We need this in Maxton, you know, we have a lot of teens and preteens and teenagers that, you know, need attention. And they need people, you know, sometimes outside of your family, they might want to come to, have a safe place to talk to, not be judged. And so I want to thank, you know, Commissioner Govan and our community leader Mike Muhammad for, you know, bringing this to Maxton, you know, allowing me to be a part of it, you know. And as mayor, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, the song back in the day, the kids are our future, and that's a true statement. You know, our kids are our future, we want to make sure we, you know, pay attention to them and, you know, give them a listening ear, because most of the time we always lecture them, and, you know, but today we're gonna, you know, let them know that, you know, y'all got a voice. We're gonna listen to y'all, we're gonna try to give y'all what y'all need on y'all life, we're gonna try to meet y'all at y'all, okay? So I want to thank everybody for coming out, being a part of this. This is the first of many, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
This is the first of many, and hopefully it'll grow. Get more teams.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, last, Mr. Robert Doodle to, come up and tell everybody the purpose of the Life Mentoring.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm also Mayor McDougal, but from Brooklyn. Been the mayor down the road for this is my third term, it'll be 6 years next year. That's actually how he and I met. And also, he's basketball coach for the Parks and Rec system, so am I. And that was his best year I've ever seen, because he kicked everybody. And that was through Parks and Recreation, who is also facilitating this life mentorship program. So I mean, it ties right in to working in the community, supporting the community, supporting the children. And that's basically where we start with this foundation. This foundation was formed to make sure that we stay connected with our youth. It seems as of the last probably 10 years or so, that the adult population is more disconnected with the youth as to how it has been in the past. Because in the past, we would kick some butt out of the street if we saw a child doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. Am I right, ladies?
Yes, sir.
If they were doing something wrong in the street, you could check that child and let them know they were wrong. Those days have passed. So we're trying to form this particular group that we can at least stay at an even level with our children to make sure that they know that we are connected with them, that they know that we care about their education, care about them as people, and we want to see them excel just as much as their parents would. So that is the premise of this life program, to share our life experiences with them, to make sure that they know that we are connected with them and we care about them. So, are there any questions about what life is all about? It's mentoring, one person teaching each other, reaching back out to the. Any questions? Thank you.
Okay, also acknowledge my coworker, Sean Lockwood. Councilman Hall with the road, the president. And, we're gonna start our own discussions, it's gonna be moderated by, Mr. Michael Muhammad. We're just gonna touch over legal topics. And feel free, young men, ask questions. Me and Rob, this is about you today, okay? We wanna hear from you. But we're gonna pour into you, but we wanna hear from you too. So don't be afraid of any question. If there's something you don't want mom somebody to hear, wait to ask them, you can talk to you here too, okay?
It's a more coming, so if you probably want to. I was in poverty. Coming through the fence, now, they come through, all the front, they're gonna get that, so.
How the family feel?
Amen.
Feel all right? Good, sir. Morning. Like you mentor. Like, Jesus said, I came so you can have life and have it more abundant. So when it comes to life, we should be in a position where we're supposed to prosper, we're supposed to grow. And we're supposed to grow. Life, leadership, influence, family, and empowerment. You as young men, and some of the older ones, because age don't make you a man, and it make you old. Maturity make you a man. And the mentoring program is to have you mature until you're manhood. And so we're gonna do this discussion because we want to deal with you, with your life and our life. I was 10 and 11 years old at one time. I definitely didn't get it right all the time. I think I got moved for beatings than anything. I didn't do well in school, I was in class clown. So anything we discuss here, don't think some of us ain't being through it and some of us ain't get it. So I wanna ask y'all to let me know, what do y'all expect out of the men, the men in your community? They don't like. You want to say something? You want to whisper in my ear and I say something? What about you? Well, we as men, we have a responsibility to you. We as men, we are held accountable for not being a good example to you young guys. And it's gonna live to the people that's gonna watch it later on. We as men have to be there for you. Right? I was told if you see a mouse go inside of a hole in the wall, a big hole in the wall, believe me, a bigger rat went through there before. So you have to go through that hole by following a bigger rat. So things you see in the community and in your environment that you see us older men doing it puts in your mind that it's all right to do it. Don't you think so? Y'all play sports, right? Who your favorite sports figure?
Go ahead. Wow.
We're gonna make Coach Madubi your favorite sports figure.
That's one.
Both of them. They both love see. I got a favorite sports figure. I can't hear you. No.
Mine's Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Okay, so if Larry Bird was his favorite player, I'm sure he was outside trying to shoot like Larry Bird.
Earl Monroe.
Earl Monroe.
Yes, sir.
1945. The young boy on 45. You're right. LeBron James and Steph Curry, y'all heard of them, right?
Yeah.
Mahomes from the, I just know him because my nephew just sound
Yeah.
T. But you got where these sports figures make you wanna play basketball, make you wanna play football, right? And so our job is to make you wanna be better than me. So we gotta be an example. Because when you see Steph Curry out there dribbling the ball and pulling up from the logo, 9 times out of 10, when you get a basketball in your hand, you out there, you ain't trying to make no layups, you trying to shoot from way out. And so they make you wanna be like them because of what you see them doing. This is why in our neighborhoods, in our communities, you see drug dealers, you see hustlers, you see all this, and you see the money, the clothes, and everything make you wanna be like them. And then you end up going down the wrong road, headed in the wrong direction, or somebody make you wanna do something negative. Well, we're here today to be an example of you doing something, make you wanna do something positive. So I'm gonna open up the floor for discussion with the men. And I'm gonna ask the men in the room. What do you think needs to take place when it comes to our young men in the community?
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I think the first thing that, us as adults, should do is be more involved in, setting a more perfect example for our youth. I.e. being accountable for your actions. Being ethical about what you're doing. Do you all know what the meaning of ethics is? Be ethical? That's okay, I don't know if you don't know, I share it with you. That means doing the right thing, even when nobody's looking. So you can do the right thing while we're sitting here, and we're watching you, but if all of us get out of here, and walk away, we should continue to do the right thing, even if it's just you two. That's 100% all the time, do the right thing.
That's right.
And it's fine, to have these sports stars as idols and heroes and somebody that you look up to. But also keep in mind that there are other heroes that we should look up to as well.
That's right.
Like Martin G. Wilson, like Martin Luther King, like former President Barack Obama, W.E.B. Du Bois, Carter G. Woodson. There's so many outstanding, former leaders, I should say, in this country and in this nation that we've completely forgotten about. And there are books on them, there's tons of literature that you can research, anybody. I can tell you like to read, you like to say it as well. You should look into some of these, former historians, because they will broaden your horizon and they will make you think, because their contribution to this society actually helped us get to where we are right now. So there are so many, inspirational people that you can look into that will also inspire you to do better in school. to continue your education, because that's the key. What you do inside those bricks over there across the street, just using that as an example, that school, determine how far you may go. It's gonna determine your level. You gotta be ethical when you're inside the schoolhouse. Oh, you guys are sixth graders? Fifth graders? Yeah, you're at a turning point. You guys are at the stage where you're transitioning into from boys to young men. So you're at a point in your life that is so critical. Am I right, man?
Amen.
That you can go right or wrong. And we wanna make sure that you have the guidance, you have the mentorship, and you have everything, all the tools that you need to make that right choice. Because it's your life. You gotta live it. So you have to make that choice on your own. Mama's sitting here, reason why she's sitting with you today, is because she cares, she loves you. You know what I mean? So it's super important that you keep your mentorship, you keep your mentors in mind. You find a really good role model. And you pattern yourself after that role model.
Right.
Don't look at somebody that you see. Like he said, just because they're out on the street corner. And you drive a big car, selling drugs, guarantee you that ain't gonna last long.
No, sure is.
Because he's gonna end up one or two places,
Yes, sir.
dead or where?
In prison.
Dead or in jail, one or two. So us as men, volunteer our time to make sure that you guys have the right. What's up, man? How you doing? Good. Make sure you guys have the right tools to make informed decisions. Those decisions that you guys will have coming up. He's older than you guys, so he's right in the middle of making those decisions. And from what I can tell, he's been making all the right decisions. So it's critical. It's very important that when we support you all, but you have to do the work. You have to do what it takes to make sure that you are preparing yourself for the next level, because eventually you three, be sitting in history. How many you got? 15, 14? You're gonna be sitting in history. Like I said again, but he's a critical juncture in his life. 14-year-old, God, when I was 14, I thought I knew everything, and I didn't know nothing. There was so much that I still had to learn. So please, by all means, when you're in those bricks, still that's all right?
Well, I was waiting.
Okay, you're pregnant.
We're Richmond.
What? Okay, that's what's up. When you're in those bricks, you have to apply yourself. That's just not 6 hours of your day. That's the most critical point in your day. Learn something when you're in those bricks. It's cool to get A's. You're not a geek or a dork if you get A's. That's cool. That's what you want to get when you're in school.
Okay,
Uh,
hold on, okay, let's give him a round of applause. What's that?
they try to remove all our top leaders out of our student, all the books. And all the people that serve us in school as one of our leaders. They try to remove those books, but don't give up. Still fight at it. Because they're trying to keep those books out of school, like Martin Luther King, all our big time leaders that led us to where we're at today. Voting rights, everything that led us to where we're at today. Don't let them hold you back. You still fight on to go at the right thing and being with the right leaders. And they're trying to take that away from us. But do not let them take that away from you, seeing the right people, making you go in the right direction. Always stay in the right direction. I'm gonna tell you what my daddy used to tell me when I was a little boy. The best way to stay out of trouble, don't get in it. Huh? Listen, I will tell you that wrong. My dad used to tell me that. And I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing. My dad used to tell me the best way to stay out of trouble, don't get in. You don't have to talk.
Let's give him a hand. Anyone else back there?
It's like Mary McGill was Michael saying, we all ain't nobody out here perfect.
That's right,
You gonna fall.
right,
You gonna fall. But then like Mary said, you have to realize when you fall, you have to realize when you're doing right. Because it's like
Roberson,
Mr. Robinson said, stay out of it. But these days now, you can just go to the store and it's right there. So in the book, the Bible says you watch as well as pray. So when you leave out this door, keep your eyes open, ears open, and watch the way how you move.
that's right. Amen, brother.
Amen.
I'm gonna just say this, the first thing, off of your question, I'm Jerry, if everybody don't know. But the first thing is what we're doing right now. And, so this is the first, we gotta build confidence. Don't be shy to get up and speak your mind. Even though you're amongst, adults. Tell them what you're going through at school, outside of school. That's the only way that we're gonna know. And that's the only way that we're gonna be able to help.
That's right.
So, we gotta start with the confidence, all right? Especially you, Jelani. Speak up. Like, my dad had a sign in his house. If you wanna be heard, speak up.
That's right.
If you wanna be seen, stand up. So that's where we gotta start. But don't be shy.
That's right.
And like the other gentleman said, we're not here to judge. This is your time to get whatever is on your chest. We talked about some things coming over here, right? All right, so you have confidence in yourself. That man, that's what this omega sign means. Manhood. And I stand on this every day. So we're trying to build me that can build other men to make our community better.
Thank you.
Anyone of y'all want to respond to what you've been hearing so far?
Come on, young
What's
man.
your name?
Come on, young man.
Hey,
Stick around.
Because
you feeling good?
I think all these gentlemen, are athletes. And that's one way that confidence works. That's one way that your leadership starts, because on those teams that you guys have played on, especially you were a leader. Did what? One championship, did you guys go along with?
yeah, I played with
So 2
Champions
championships.
on the football, the defense, and basketball. I was sick in high school.
Let's give him a hand.
That works hand in hand with real life. Because a cohesive team or a championship team or a very good team takes leadership, it takes teamwork, and it takes cohesiveness. And that's what life is all about. So you well on your way, you gotta be younger guys, you have to step up. And what he's leaving, you feel that bullet, because he's going on to high school now. Now it's your time to shine. First of all, in school, hit the books, because that's first and foremost, your grades. And then everything else is extra curriculum activities, right? Like football, baseball, basketball, that's secondary. But after he leaves and you step up, it's just replacing that bonus, right? Keep in mind that if that leadership, it works in every phase that you're gonna go through, everything, even in your job, even on your team, even in the household. The mother and father, they're a team. They're a team. They work together to make sure that the house works smooth. Cohesive, let's say.
Anyone else want to address a question? Now, let me ask you all a question. What kind of man do you want to grow? Stand up and address. Stand up. Speak like
That
that,
loud enough, everybody can.
Oh, good man.
a good man, what you consider a good man? They could be good at eating,
But
good at sweet, man.
Good man. Stay focused, well. Do what you're supposed to do.
Okay, let's get over here.
Positive person.
Let's get over here. You got it, you can do it.
Come on, get to something.
Be honest, baby.
Be honest, come on now. That's be honest. That's the positive, man.
That's good.
strong opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We just want to survive, it ain't about hearing from us, we need to hear from you.
Yeah, we,
One more back there.
That's on the radio, bro. I don't even know.
It's a role model.
Yeah.
A role model, let's get over here.
come sit up here for us, man, so look over the.
Oh,
I thought you get there.
you what?
16.
Well, I like to say this here, like this little boy said in church, I just wanna be alive.
I know that. No, that's right.
All of those were good analogies, those were good adjectives to describe what a good man does. And most of all, to be accountable for your actions. And it's one thing that a man has to do. If you're not accountable for your actions, if you're not accountable for those that you love, then that's something that a person needs to work on.
That's right.
Amen,
Accountable.
amen, bro. Amen.
And just like we have this thing called peer press. And I'm sure every man up here has faced that at one point in time. Y'all know what peer press is. So. That up the top.
Alright, so peer pressure is when you take a peer or a friend and they're trying to say to do something, that you might not like this, you know, and it's like, they don't see you do something, yeah, like that. Well, I mean, they'll tell you.
Good Andy, good Andy, great. What you can end up following? You can end up what? In jail.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, anybody else? Have y'all faced peer press? Want to discuss it or talk to us later? Yeah, sound like no punk.
His face, because I know it's friends, because I know it's.
It really happened about like 12 and 13, and I didn't just tell me. So
Yeah, yeah.
you left. You know, they tell you go, right? I left.
Any of us don't wanna share the experience, but we have been peer pressed.
I would. So, this has been years ago. I have had. I try to keep my circle of friends small. And I do that on purpose. Because you have to know who your friends are. So I try to make sure that, I'm not the type of person that just gravitates to anybody. Some people just like to have people around them. You know, to feel like they're part of something. I try. If you're not positive, and if I don't see that you're going in the right direction, so to speak, to put it mildly, then yeah, I won't include you as part of my circle. My circle is probably less than a dozen people. Some people got to have people all around them in order to feel secure. I do not. So one day, it's like I said, it's been years ago to get to the story. One of my closest buddies came in from Winston-Salem, which is where he now, he lives. And he had one of his road dogs, one of his buddies with him. So anyway, as the night went on, we setting up, we gonna have a look out there. The buddy that I had just met that night had made a suggestion that I thought, well, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna go along with this, they wanted to, go somewhere that I thought, I just don't want to say, that's just not me, that's somebody else. And, so he just kept trying to say, hey, let's go, and, you can drive and take a show with there. But I wasn't gonna, allow that person just because he wanted to do something. Include me into something that I didn't wanna do, and that's basically what peer pressure is. It's that person pressuring you to do something that you don't feel comfortable with. And if you don't feel comfortable doing something, you gotta say, hey, man, no. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I know for a fact that is something at this point in y'all like that. My mama and my daddy wouldn't want me to do. Even in school, they might say, hey, man, let's get class, let's get third period and go hang out in the bathroom. That's peer pressure.
Yes, sir.
That's peer pressure. So peer pressure comes in many different forms.
Yes, sir.
You just have to recognize it when it comes. I didn't allow that gentleman to, pressure me into doing something that I didn't wanna do, and I never will. If, because you gotta have some standards for yourself. You know right from wrong, everybody in this group knows right from wrong. That's one of the first lessons you're talking about. Right from wrong, because you got your hand popping up when you were doing something that was wrong at the job, right, that's right.
All right. Here we go.
That dog told him about me.
Yeah, man.
What type of pressure do y'all face at a young age that we as adults might not see your boys, your mom might not see your boy, dad, cousin, the uncle, this old might not see. There's some things you've been pressured with that you feel we might not even understand. Give an example of something you went through so that the young guys behind you in trouble.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I know it very well. Yes, it's like skill class, skill or track class.
Yeah.
Vape wasn't around when we were coming up, I didn't know what a vape was, but I was constantly sticking those back in the office.
I ain't got pressure with that.
Okay. Anybody else? Do you understand what discipline is? You want to let us know what discipline is? Don't tell me after. Say no, tell.
Discipline is like basically when you do something bad and like you get pushed.
Okay, that's one, that's what they call discipline. But that's actually discipline. Because you can discipline yourself, meaning when you know something is wrong to do, then you can say, no, I'm not gonna do that. So now you will discipline yourself not to go in the wrong direction, right? When you came over to my house, what did we do? Yeah,
Right, it's possible.
right at the box. So you was learning how to be disciplined, right? So discipline ain't always getting punished. Discipline is getting in your mind that I'm gonna go in this direction, I'm gonna do this in my life. When you get up and say, you know what, I'm gonna get up early, I'm gonna get dressed for school, I'm gonna make sure everything together, probably the night before, that's discipline itself. So discipline is putting in your mind what you wanna do and how you wanna carry yourself and what gonna do it and not get distracted by other people. Good. Thank you. Anyone else? We can allow, you got people that off board. But I see.
Hey, man, what you doing? I'll be happy to be in here.
I don't know, I was doing over. I was over there.
All right, we're getting ready to wrap off something. Will you take us out? I can't figure it out. We'll call out the last three, 117. 117.
35, yeah, where you at? Has, all right. Good talk, man.
Oh, man, don't be on my business, man. Trying to stay low key. Okay, let's give a round of applause to. How can you tell if your friend is helping you or hurting you? Yes, sir.
Should not. Yeah, but
Okay,
getting to the wrong time.
all right, okay.
They're trying to say that you know that impacts you.
Let's give him a hand. How many people know that we all make mistakes? So when you make a mistake, what's he do? Try to do better. Learn from it, right? So remember, you make a mistake, we moving forward, right? There you go, there you go. It took me a long time, I think I was like 30 years old when I learned that. So y'all learning that now, when y'all way ahead of the game.
You know, I was saying, trying to vote that they should go. And y'all, you know, y'all make a mistake, y'all don't wanna talk your problems to the next person, there's always a man up top named God. Y'all can talk to him all the time, he'll show you and put things right there in your path so you can see. It's like, everybody seems to have a very attentive stay for us.
Indeed. And I wanna build over what you just said. Train a child up in a way that he should go, and when he older, he won't depart from.
Yeah.
Right? This is what the mentoring program for us to have training. And what training does is help you get in your alignment, especially play sports. You gotta work out, you gotta stay focused, and you got to follow advice and instructions, right? And you gotta have structure in your life. The mentoring program is to help you get on a path and train you in a way that we feel that you should go. Because guess what? The streets are training you to head to the graveyard. They train you to do drugs. They train you to smoke and do vape. They train you to the jail cell. And so now we put up a clean glass close to a dirty glass, so that you can make the choice. Do you know what making a choice is? Yes, no, maybe so. Talk to me. Yes or no?
Making choices.
Making a choice.
Something that you push about.
Right, so you got choices, right? If I put a quarter on the floor, I put $1 on the floor, I put $100 bill on the floor, you got a choice, right? You got a choice which one to pick up, right? What would you pick up? 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 What would you pick up?
That's right.
If you had to make a decision. That's what make a decision. I didn't say choose one. And so we all have choices. Well, we have to think through the choices and make sure we choose to make the right decision. You all come here today, I don't know how many of y'all was sworn to be board. But I don't want to go, you going, okay? Now you had a choice, you get that butt whoop, then come. But life is about that choice. And making choices. Consequences come if you don't make the right decision. When you look at the word mistake, it's mistake. You got a choice that you can take. And if you don't take the right choice, you miss the choice that should have been took. So when you make a mistake, you only mistook what direction to go. You made a wrong decision, but it can be corrected. We grown men, we still making mistakes.
That's right.
We grown men and we still make the wrong decisions. We grown men, and we still find it hard to talk to other men about what we go through.
Yes.
What we face. So we ain't here, like I said, we ain't here to judge you. So when I'm talking to you, talking to me too. Yeah. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my brothers too. I'm your brother. I don't care how old you are, I'm your brother. And so when you see me, when you talk to me, I don't care what you're going through. This is why we want you in the mentor program, so we can check on you. So if you got a game, or if you're doing something in school, if you got a problem in school, one of us can show up and say, I just want to check on this young man right here to see what's going on. He said that he's being bullied. Well, I know it's kind of hard to turn to people and go, hey man, they're picking on me. And then when you see that they're picking on you, you don't want to feel like no punk. So we are here as your mentors to be, so you can be able to call us and say, look, this is what's going on. How you doing, son? Let us know what's going on. We can keep with you. How you doing, son? So we can call you up, meet you, you can call us up. We getting the information. So that you'll be able to talk to them. And don't think you're gonna be worried about it. Don't think you're gonna be worried about it. Now, let me say this here, because I had 2 kids, young men, in the mentoring program. And they did some work at the police department. So I treated them to McDonald's. 2 days later, their grandma called me and said they wanted something to eat. Can you go to McDonald's and get them something to eat? I said, this ain't that type of program, man. This ain't that type of program. But just as much as we can praise y'all for the right that you'll do, we're gonna also discipline you with, you might have to do some push-ups. You might have to do some calisthenics. You might have to create a vision board. You might have these things that you're gonna do. Everything ain't about sports. Everything ain't about sport and play. We wanna teach you how to be young men. We got brothers here that sit in the fashion and know how to dress. I'm gonna say you got a little piece for you. Yes.
I'll go meet you.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
we got to teach you how to tie a bow tie. Right? Right. Well, we got some big bow ties, so neckties, so, you know, tie ribbons, we teach how to tie ribbons, that's what you wanna do, you know, say, what do you wanna tie, how you shoot? I see some people that walk around with shoes being untied. And so,
You know, Mr. Parker said that, we all learn it, right? Guess what? I go to church every Sunday. I still don't know how to tie a tie.
so we gonna sign up for the. Yeah. We gonna know the big thing, that, I got to learn 15 times tie. All right. Also, my coordinator from Venicefield, Brother Jermaine Muhammad, he's excellent trade, got excellent trade with carpentry, electricity, and all of that. He can show you how, stand up, brother, so you, let's give him a round of applause. He can bring you in, show you how to do some carpentry work, bring you over, so y'all can fix some stuff I need done. But we got people who are qualified, we got truck drivers, right? Military veterans, let's say sportsmen, recreation, we got everything you need, and we got young men that can tell you that the hood is no good. Right? Okay.
Don't love nobody.
You know what I'm saying, the streets don't love nobody. And so, everything you need to help you grow and develop into a better you. Because if you're growing into a better you, that forces us to grow even better. Because I gotta be the example that I'm trying to get you to be. I gotta live the life that I want you to be, right? And if you catch me slipping, look, brother, man, look, you need to get it right. And you like, who you think you talking to? I'm like, okay, I was wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong. That's one of the biggest problems in our community, especially among men. We hate to say I'm wrong. So I got a question, I'm glad these two young men are in here. What is the difference between being respected and being feared? You want to help us with that question?
I don't think it should be a right answer about it, but, the thing about being respected, it comes with love. You know, and the thing about being, feared, it comes with a sort of hate. You know, you might hate, your appearance, so you want people to fear you. Or you might hate your lifestyle or something, so you want to walk around here like you big and bad and you the toughest guy. Nah, it's all, I mean, being respected is one thing, it's the honorable thing. But being feared, that's another thing, because when you're feared, you never know what type of enemies you have.
Yeah.
And, you know, and when you fear, somebody's going to not be scared of you and build that courage to try to be. Right. You know, but when you respect it, you're loved, not by your family members, but by your friends and your community and stuff. And that's the thing about being a man. If you don't be respected or you're gonna be feared, y'all can't know what type of man you want to be in your life.
You necessarily, it's so, I would say, to be around the. Yeah, around between fears and it wasn't. No, you know, being. The state is good, as also fear. You can't see that I watch every show. You watch every show, somebody say what's up, or one thing, everybody show us, say you know, they love. I show them shit, and we don't care about it. There we go, you got it, yeah.
Brad, Brad, just come by. Hey, I ain't go out in the street. But how you get told to get a man, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, sir. That, we gotta speak of where we come from. That's your voice. That's right.
So let me ask you. Wanna be respected? Do you wanna be feared? And it,
Respect. Respect.
fear. You talk about in sports. Now check this out.
Life to respect.
You like you want respect, right? But even in sports,
Even
right?
sports that respect.
Somebody that know you good, they gotta respect what you doing.
They fear you on hurt.
They fear you, that's right, you know, try to hurt you. But if they respect you, they respect Steph Curry, so they start guarding him, so he get half court. Or they respect him and his skills and talent. So sometimes a scared person will hurt you. Scared person hurt you. I ain't played basketball player in the world, but I was playing, I was living in Denver, Colorado, I was playing. And the guy, he kept throwing elbows and this, that, and in my mind, he don't know how to play basketball at all. But I didn't know that he was scared of me because I'm there, I got a Carolina blue from North Carolina, I'm in Denver, Colorado. So I got Carolina blue jacket, and everything, and find out this guy was a blood. And so he fearing, thinking I'm a crip. And so he doing everything he can to hurt me. And so when we lock up, somebody break it up. And when his brothers ask him, yo, why you treat him like that? He said, cause he's a crip. I'm from North Carolina at that time. I didn't even know what crip or blood was. But he was a blood. And so we worked it out. And then a while later, he did a drive-by and ended up doing 40 years. But yeah, me and him with his, off of his fear, he could have killed me. Off of his fear, he could have killed me. So let them respect you to the point where they won't try you. Let them respect you where they respect your skills and your talent. Let them respect you because you're a man. Because the bully in the school, he might, like you said, he might not have the shoes. He might not have the best clothes. So guess what he do? He picks on the child that got it. He pumps out the child that got it. Why? Because he's scared everybody laughing at him. And everybody like him for what he got on. So it's better to be respected than hated. Anybody else want to address? Anybody else want to address?
Okay, so, with everything we've been talking about all morning,
Yes, sir.
if you never heard this, iron is the only thing that can sharpen iron. So, we can learn something from the youth. And we can teach you something this way. That being said, Jamon just got back from boys camp that I set them off to this summer. He met a kid extraordinary, right? I'll let him talk to you about that later. But this is an opportunity for all y'all to introduce yourselves to one another. The older kids, if you see these young men out doing something, check it. We came up during the time where there was a village, as some of the brothers talking about earlier. That get caught doing something you had no business doing by anybody. That wasn't gonna be good. But you do that amongst peers. And so, but you gotta stand up, speak up, and introduce yourselves. And just be confident and just know one another. Know your surroundings. Whenever you're moving, we talk about decision making, right? Making choices. You have to know your surroundings.
You don't have any questions, if y'all wanna ask something before we close this aspect out. Like smelling pizza and it's been a long time. Any questions, any comments y'all wanna make?
Other than I can go to flag, y'all give me a flag that was there on before I.
Yeah. They don't worry about it, you stand up, and let it know.
So quick, you guys go on.
Gotta be better than.
What you say, what do you say, you gotta be here, huh? Let's just take out, let's just get out of here. Get better name. Better real. That comes from your son, you know, just not answering, because I'm important.
It's all about doing.
Dude, not holding what.
Hey, don't let them pressure you.
I'm just saying, Steph Curry, you can do that around the jump with you. I see you, you brought one of those.
He's trying to be Shaq against you, man, don't let him Shaq you. Nah, I know this. If he found you too hard, give him a call, be sure you straight. Yes, sir. So I want to thank y'all for participating in the discussion, I want to thank everybody for participating in the discussion. I'm turning back over to coordinator and, let him take the.
If any of you wanna pour to them right quick, give a few minutes to pour to them right quick. Then you will.
Y'all want to talk one-on-one, we do a one-on-one section. If they want to talk to somebody, if anybody you want to talk to, get something off your chest, you know. Y'all good? Look, I say the fool here. Good. Let's get to the slicing.
Nobody wanna take the group? Anybody?
Well, I brought my tie in, y'all, guys. I did bring my tie in.
You wanna take?
I'm not saying, but say Chris.
Alright, for another man. Always remember that where you start does not determine where you finish. You gonna make mistakes. Face pressure, you have difficult days, but don't make a no bad decision to define your future. Surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed. Respect yourself, respect others, and don't be afraid to ask for help. There are people in this community, as you can see, who believe you and want to see you win. You have purpose, you have value, you have the ability to become a leader, not just someday, but starting right now, so to you.
That's right.
Well, as I said,
Mr. Harvey will do the trade.
I would like to say that this program is good, like the first question was saying, how can you make it better? We have more guys, where y'all can reach out to y'all friends and bring tag along too. Father God, let me just go and say, thanks God, thank you for the gathering, you said going to a gathering in place, God, Lord, that's right now. Touch the kids right now, touch the mentors right now, God. Lord, bless the food, Lord, we ask you now, send the travel, bless you now, that is how it's about it, you said, pray.
This is the personal speaker,